Members of the board. From Boardroom Productions. It's Boardroom Banter.
Get the speaker box loud, hitting that stuff till you hearing that sound.
Featuring your chairman of the board, David.
What is happening, everybody?
Chief Mayhem Officer, Derek.
Yo, what is up?
And myself, Greg, your Chief of Obscurity. The following content is explicit. Discretion is advised.
Welcome, everybody, to Boardroom Banter. My name is David, and to my left is Derek.
What is up?
And across from me, Mr. Greg.
That's me.
Hope everybody had a great Christmas and New Year's, since we kind of had to pull from the vault on the New Year's. Christmas time, it was a little impromptu, but we made it work.
It was almost serendipitous because it fit right in with the theme. Your Derek's example of your not resolution because
Yes.
I want to do this, and if I make it a resolution, I won't.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Still true.
It's the rules of life. Just saying.
The probability.
Yeah. 2025. How does that feel?
2025.
How does that feel?
It
I
feels
don't
the
know
exact
yet.
same.
It's been a little bit of a shit show for the whole world.
Already. I mean, it's pretty crazy just in 7-8 days, the amount of fucking shit that's gone down from
Yeah.
we're going to take over Greenland, the Panama Canal, bombings at places, running people over. Yeah. Fires. You hear about the fires going on down in LA here today?
Yeah, Los Angeles truly is burning.
Literally to the ground. It is
Yeah.
hell. It is hell on earth down there right now.
There are all kinds of outside the state agencies from as far as Cannon Beach, Oregon, and east of that and south of them.
All heading
coming
down there
to help. Yeah.
Well, they got 100+ mile an hour winds going on down there
Wow.
too. Well, it's the Santa Anas right now, and it's always gnarly. But having this kind of fire season going on with those winds,
Yeah.
the sky's the limit on what's going to really
Those
go down.
winds coming through are probably warm too.
Yep.
It's like
Yeah.
complete fucking
It
chaos.
is. I live down in SoCal, and when those Santa Anas roll through, man, I know we have some windstorms we live. Santa Anas get pretty goddamn gnarly down there. Pretty goddamn gnarly. Like blow your car across the lane on a freeway.
And I don't know if either of you guys have been on social media much this week, but I was doing a little bit of scrolling this afternoon and just happened to notice how toxic everybody is about it too. The world's pretty divided between either that's terrible and I hope people survive to yay, LA is burning down. It's the gateway to hell anyways.
Yeah, it's the city of angels,
Yeah.
See,
It
I don't
just
even
didn't
hear-
say what kind of angels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even hear about this shit.
Well,
I don't have any of these social medias. So
You're a lucky man sometimes.
Yeah.
Other times, it kind of sucks.
It kind of sucks.
Because then, you look at us with that deer in a headlight look, like, what are you guys talking
Like
about?
fucking LA Has Fallen. Isn't that a movie with The Rock in it? Like, I've seen that once. No?
I don't know.
Just kidding. I don't know.
I know there was a disaster movie with The Rock.
I kind of like the chaos, though. I don't know.
No.
But it's not good. I mean, it's not good for anybody. God bless their
Yeah.
souls. And
Hey, hopefully
You
people
know.
get it out safe. But, yeah, it sucks. But
we also figured out that cars are probably one of the easiest things to hack.
probably.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they can drive into crowds without, them stopping like they're supposed to and other things that...
It's always been the theory.
Yeah.
Is once you get all these things all wired up on Wi-Fi and the GPS and I can control my car with my phone now. Well, all you got to do is hack the phone and you got access to the car that way. There's so many ins to
What happens
to
when all
hacking.
these electric cars just go into fucking kill mode?
They transform Autobots, but evil.
You remember that 70s movie? It was in the 70s, and it was cars that basically came to life and ran people over.
I mean,
I don't
remember-
remember the name of it, but I remember
I
that
remember
movie.
Carrie. Wasn't it Carrie?
No, it wasn't
No,
Carrie.
not Carrie.
That was one car, I think.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was the old.
The
I
Stephen
can't even
King
remember
thing
what it
or
was.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a semi truck or something like that, or it was a truck.
No,
No,
it was a classic
it was a
car.
classic car.
Okay.
It'd been cooler if it was a fucking semi truck. Right. That thing would have caused some destruction. Rewrite that shit and make it a semi truck.
Optimus Pone.
Oh, I like the sound of
Optimus Hone.
that. Sounds like a porn.
Oh man, it probably was. We could probably read back and I mean, There's probably, yeah, like, okay, that's another thought I had this week. Like, when you say probably like the name of a porn, like, how do you name those things? But also when you go to the weed store, how do you name your weed? I just picked up a strain that said Michael Jordan on it because I thought Michael Jordan's been a pretty cool guy my whole life. And it's like, what, but why would you name it?
You better hope Michael Jordan doesn't catch word of that.
Right.
That dude will sue them, whoever it is, to the ground using my name for trademark. Because that's what he'll do. Is he'll be like, no.
Some company.
You could sell it. You could sell it, but you give me money.
You know the first thing I thought, though, when I heard of that weed strain?
What?
Like, I pictured his fucking insignia with the fucking ball, like the Jordan logo.
The Jumpman logo.
And I was like, am I going to get that high?
Yeah, this better be the GOAT of all marijuana. If you're going to represent yourself as MJ, you better be the best.
Am I going to dunk a basketball hoop like the opening fucking segments
You're
of...
going to think you are, but you just...
Space Jam?
The only thing you're dunking is drool on the carpet.
You're going to pull a Cat Williams. You ever heard a stand-up about getting so high you just sit on the counter and look at the refrigerator and think to yourself, man, there's not anything in there.
Yep.
Bro.
Or the other one where he was talking about his dealer. He's like, I don't get these weed strains, man. His dealer, man, this stuff's so strong, they call it death. He's like, death? He's like, I don't want to smoke that. That's dead. Like, why would I want to smoke death?
I just want a bag of regular
He's
fucking
like,
weed.
no, man, it's death. Death. Like, you gonna smoke this, you can't hear shit.
I was really disappointed. It was only like a 5 out of 10.
Oh, you poor thing.
I don't know. I go to the weed store now and it's like I get fucking...
Well, maybe if you took like a 2-week sabbatical and then...
No, it's not even that. I get overwhelmed.
Oh.
Like, do you see how many different names and how many different strains and how many, like...
I don't...
What happened when you were 14 and the guy was just like, hey, man, this is some good
kush.
shit.
I got
like,
some
here's
purple
some kush.
Yeah, I got some ATF.
We didn't give a fuck what it was called.
Yeah.
Like...
No, I don't pay attention when I go in there.
I got some White Widow, bro.
I remember that one.
Northern Lights.
You can still get those.
I think back in my day in high school, it was the Afghan goo that I remember. That was the shit back then.
That Af gooey.
Oh, man.
The only flower that I ever liked when I smoked flower was sour diesel.
Yeah, there's that too. That's heavy.
I just like the smell of it.
That cheese type of smell that it has.
Dude, nothing smells like that.
Yeah.
Pure strain though.
New York cheese kind of smells
but
like.
Now I'm all about the edibles now.
Yeah.
It's the only way to live life.
No,
Clean.
sir.
Oh, it's clean.
You know, when I'm going to legally purchase recreational cannabis in my state, thank you, the state I live in.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I fucking moved here.
I don't even bother looking at the names anymore. I'm looking straight for, the
Which one's
numbers.
got the highest THC content,
Well,
bro?
not
And
necessarily
rid
the
of that,
highest.
Get rid of that CBD content, that shit. I don't want none of that messing anything up.
No, not necessarily that. Just mostly if it's an indica or a hybrid, because I can't do a straight sativa.
We're coming into like the 30 percentiles of THC
33.
now. Like, so I heard a commercial on the radio the other day, and it was literally talking about like, this wasn't the stuff you smoked back in the day. These cartridges nowadays are like 70 to 90% THC. And it was like this drawn out commercial. And I was like, holy shit. Like on the radio.
Well,
while I was like parking a car,
you still hear all the old timers. They say that same shit all the time. They're like, man, this ain't what we used to have back in the day.
Right.
Like,
the thing that still makes me smile every time, though, is every time you go to the dispensary, you see that fucking sweet 70-year-old lady or the old man in there, like, and they're fucking going tough,
shuffle footing their way up to the counter.
Oh, bro.
That's short. Don't fuck me. I can eyeball an eighth from across the room with my spectacles on. Just a 80-year-old woman just giving it to you. Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Oh, bro.
Well, yeah, I am. I'm all about the edible. Sativa only, though. I can't do none of that indica, none of that hybrid.
See, I'm making
it messes with me too much, and sativa is the only one where I'm like, I'm a functioning human being.
If I do sativa, I'm fucking weird.
See, and I'm the opposite. Maybe it's because of my raging ADHD that helps me out on that one, but
I don't know. So that's the problem with me, is with my ADHD, sativa really heightens it.
No.
And indica just makes me kind of
Yeah, indica. I can't function.
Well,
I'm drooling on myself basically.
The two
Isn't
of
that
us,
what you want?
No, no. I want to just like, I want to high function.
Me too.
Basically, I want to be able to focus and high function without, you know the monkey that has the little frickin' cymbals that clangs. That goes on in my head all day long. It's just, and like my wife gets pissed because she's
Does
like,
it backflip?
"Did you even hear anything I said?" And it's just clang, 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 clang. That's all I
See,
hear.
most people look at me like my current, like, you know, my girlfriend, and she's like, how do you smoke 2 bong bowls before you go to work? That's how I have to function.
But you
don't do that.
No, I wouldn't.
Why would you? On a day off, I can see
On
that.
a day off, yeah.
Work out, work on the yard.
It's really good when you work
Take
in the
bong
yard.
rips.
That's actually my favorite. Edible and working in the yard. Dude, there's no better feeling.
Well, the two of us are like the crippling stress, the type of ADHD that makes you paralyzed because you can't decide where to start, whereas this guy's the opposite, overachiever.
Yep.
Can't move fast enough for his own mind, ADHD.
There's varying degrees.
Well, I get stuck, and she'll find me standing in one spot, and she's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I'm kind of stuck right now."
Will you hit the reset button?
And that's what she does. And
Control,
then
Alt, delete.
half the time she will. She'll have to like kind of push me into the direction, and then once I physically start, then there's no stopping.
Yeah.
Like there was one time I was out in the yard doing yard work one time for probably like 7 hours, almost 8 hours, just straight. She's like,
He was looking at a stump the whole time.
no, I just wouldn't stop. I'm like, oh, I got to go over here and do this. Now I got to do that. I got to do this. And as the day's progressing, I'm hunchbacking more and more because I think
I
so
remember
dead.
that time when you were telling me about all that shit. You were, that was the same time.
My wife finally had to come out. She's like, get inside. She had to come and physically stop me because and that's the thing is once I actually start, then it's hard to ever stop me. It's just getting to the point of starting and getting myself out of that position of what I like calling myself as stuck. Because wow. Brought to you by Boardroom Banter Ale. Find it nowhere.
You'll never understand.
And you'll never have any.
Damn shame. So cool, crisp, and refreshing. Although I paired a Boardroom Banter Ale the other day with some macaroni salad.
Yeah.
Tasted like ass.
Yeah, I don't do mayonnaise and beer either typically.
Yeah.
Dude, it was the worst taste in my mouth I've had in a long time. A long time.
Was the macaroni salad sour?
It was definitely 2-day-old mac salad. It wasn't
you're
fresh.
pushing it.
I threw some Dijon mustard in it just to kind of like flavor it back up a little bit.
The
That made
balls
it
of
worse.
this guy.
It made it worse.
It didn't work.
I'm a human trash can. I don't give a shit. Give me the food. I'm gonna eat.
Bro, I'm going to tell you again.
I'll even look at the wife and be like, man, this tastes like shit. Not her cooking, but like we'll be at a restaurant or something like this doesn't taste very good, and I'll still eat the whole thing.
This is one of the only dudes in my life that I've gone upstairs with, and there's been like, what was it, 3-4-day-old pizza?
I don't give a shit.
And me, you, and one other individual that was sitting out that whole time, sat down and ate the rest of
I
it.
don't give a fuck. Dude, same thing. Like,
And then you killed your wives while you were asleep that night
I got
with your cats.
I got a disgusting one for you.
Oh, dude.
My like when we have like say a rib night at my house, right?
Yeah.
The leftovers, they just go in the oven, just sit in the oven overnight. They don't go in the fridge.
Oh, man.
And I fucking just pull them out of the oven again. And just
Do you
fucking
heat 'em
throw
up?
Yeah.
I throw them in the microwave and
Yeah.
stuff. But
That's how the best bacteria grows.
hey, if fucking like native tribes,
Beef don't scare me that way. Pork does, though.
Or
Eh.
chicken.
but yeah, if native tribes can do shit like that because they have no refrigeration.
Yeah. Well, they salted it.
Hey.
They did stuff to it.
David's building up his immune system right now.
Yeah.
I got a pretty strong gut.
If he ever had to live on rats, he could do it.
If I have to take 2 shits in one day, something's not right.
Dude, when you fart when you're 50, it's going to be bad.
Actually, what's funny is because I rip ass all the time at home, all the time.
Oh, that one night
Freely.
when you Captain Morganed it on the couch and I looked over at you, like I was fucking shocked.
Very, very freely rip ass at my house, and finally, for the first time in what? It's 2025 now, so 7 years, 8 years with my wife now. Is the first time she's ever like, Jesus Christ, that stinks.
Bro, I can't trust a fart like that anymore.
It's kind of nice because she still has COVID nose, so half the time she can't pick up on a lot of smells.
Oh yeah,
That
Just
was
cracking them fucking off.
and I was, for her to smell that, it was pretty rank actually.
You fucking walked out of
it was
that
it
was
pretty
working in
rank.
your favor.
Yeah.
Well, you do eat a bucket of salad for lunch.
I
Sometimes,
eat a lot of fiber.
Yeah,
a lot of fiber and a lot of meat.
Was that a fart where you had to walk up, like you had to walk away too? Like you were like,
no.
oh, you like your own farts?
I don't care how bad it is. I like my scent.
Oh,
I'm one of those guys.
Well, he went and got the carpet shampooer, went back to the couch.
bro, I'm telling you, after I turn like 35, I'm not trusting a fart anymore.
You probably already shouldn't.
No, bro. Like,
No, I've seen you tight cheek it in the middle of a fart before.
oh man, I tell you, my kid tells everybody the story of how I shit my pants. Like, we were on a camping trip. There was a teepee. We were cooking. We were out there. I was trying to be funny. I cocked one leg up. I ripped it, and fuck.
You're in the woods, so it's
Yeah.
it's
It was a
okay.
camping ground.
It's okay.
It doesn't count if you're in a different zip code.
Yeah, if you're in a
Yeah.
home though,
I don't know.
there's an issue if you're in a home or if you're in a dwelling or an establishment or
Oh,
a
so
building.
I'm fine.
But if you're in the woods and you accidentally shit your pants, like,
good.
You're fine. That's fine. You're in nature.
So it's like a fucking just.
Yeah, it's them.
It's like a
fucking,
mogul for
it's
like
those
what do they call
Neanderthal.
it? Yeah.
No, it's that Neanderthal DNA in you. It's like I got to shit in the woods.
Yeah, none of those wild animals wipe their butts, so they can't judge you.
That was the most uneasy feeling in the world.
Although I've never understood that. Why are we the only species that has to wipe our ass? Every other species.
Because our diet is wrong.
No. Every other species can take a shit
And walk away.
and walk away.
Because our diet is wrong.
No, it's because we got fucking butt cheeks that.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Hold it in.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Have you ever seen a baboon?
Eh?
They got
No,
some
they
act-
throw it
yeah.
at you.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They just right in their hand and wipe it.
You're lucky if they throw it and they don't like play with it in front
Yeah,
of you.
Finger paint.
Yeah.
Pretty much are. We are like the only species that has to wipe our ass on this planet.
Well, we are also the only species who continues to drink milk our whole life and from another complete species of animal.
Well, yeah, that's called dominance.
That's called dominance.
Give me that, bitch.
Yeah, that's right. Take that tit. Mm.
Jeez. I got coffee. Give me the cream.
Plus, how weird would it be? Like, oh, this is Mother May's milk.
Yeah. Jeez.
You
Yeah.
go buy it at the store.
Well, what I'm saying is every other, at least mammalian species, any species of anything I can think of that suckles from their mother at birth eventually stops.
Yeah.
And then they don't suckle anything
I mean, I've
else.
seen some weird Dr. Phil episodes, bro.
That's true.
yeah.
They're
There's some old kids
There are
sucking on
some-
some titties
yeah.
out there.
yeah.
Oh, boy.
Like 6
Here,
years old.
here come
some
all the
shit.
hippies rolling
What
in the
amazes
comments.
me though is that the mother is still even fucking lactating that long in.
Bro, that's a strong boob.
That's superhuman.
That's
Yeah. Just goes to show if you keep milking them, they'll go forever.
Yeah. Speaking of milking, I heard you have a can to milk.
Oh, I do.
Some kind of taster for us tonight.
I do, actually. I was walking through the store. Pardon me.
I still heard that.
I know. It's okay. People
big
will
man.
be okay with it. And this caught my eye from a distance because I am a fan of Hop Valley and a lot of their brews. But I had not seen this one, and it is Citrusy Imperial IPA. So this is going to be like a double. It's going to be strong. It's 9.2 alcohol by
Oh
volume.
boy.
Do you know what brought you to that, Cam?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're going to
It
say.
looks like the fucking Spitfire
logo. Yeah,
but like
exactly.
his
It does.
friendly cousin.
I was
Yeah.
going to say the same exact thing. I was like, he didn't buy that because it was Hot Valley. He's like, oh, Spitfire.
It's not as aggressive as Spitfire, but it's
Well,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely some good marketing right there.
We were all like little skaters back in the day.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you look at that, anybody in their 30s, and they're like, "Oh, that can looks awesome." For some
Right?
reason,
Oh.
you're like,
I think I had that on a hat once.
Speaking of the episode from the vault last week, where it was the dragon's milk
Yes.
tasting.
Yes.
Yeah, my buddy actually messaged me on that one. He's like, "Where do you think I can get that at the store?" I was like, "If you can find it in the store, get it.
Get it.
You will not be disappointed with that beer."
So we did Dragon's Milk and we did Mac and Jack's African Amber. And Mac and Jack's had a couple different ones in a store locally here that I saw that I want to snag up and try. One of them was a wheat hef.
This guy, he lives in Oklahoma. I was like, well, good luck if you can find it, because I think they have a limit on the alcohol content you can get out there in some of those areas.
3.5%
and
or 5
Dragon's
or something.
Milk was about 9.
Yeah,
9.5.
Just go to your local liquor store.
He'd have to go to Texas, California, or order it online.
So with Utah, I don't know about that brand, but like anything over like that was like 3.2% back in the day, you'd have to go to the liquor store.
Yeah.
Did tell him though, I was like, you find that, you will not be disappointed with that beer. I can't even call that a beer. It's just a delicious beverage.
Yeah.
Very. But I'm interested in Mr. Spitfire over here.
So this is Hop Valley Big Smile Imperial IPA, advertised as a citrusy imperial, 9.2 alcohol by volume.
Citrus, huh?
Now for the sound test.
I like citrus.
It's got a good pop to it.
Sounds like a proper beer.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's had a little girth in that.
Wouldn't it just piss you off if you tried to pop it and the fucking whole thing just came off and couldn't even open it?
I don't think I'm that strong.
Like the little... You never had that where you popped a beer open and just the tab came off and you couldn't even pop the motherfucker?
Yeah. No, I just used my finger to finish opening it.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Violently.
It's a very strong finger, sir.
Violently finger it until it's open.
I feel bad. For them. Very nice.
Everyone knew me in high school as the finger blast.
That's my boy, probably in the closet thumbing her right now.
I was the finger blaster.
Oh, boy.
God, I bet they don't even do that shit anymore. 7 Minutes in Heaven or any of that weird shit back in the day.
No, they don't know how to have fun now.
Spin the bottle.
Oh, that was...
They don't understand the value. They don't understand
Truth or Dare in the closet or whatever. You had to go fucking hide out in the closet with some other chick, and I
Yeah.
had a few of those experiences.
Bro, like some of the games they used to play Red Rover back in the day.
Yeah.
You can't play that anymore.
No.
Really?
Smear the Queer. They don't do that
Oh, Smear
anymore.
the Queer. Can't
No
do that.
Red Rover?
No Red Rover.
Ooh, it's kind of tasty.
Because you would clothesline kids coming over with Red Rover.
Well,
bro.
yeah, that was the whole goal.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, it made you not weak.
Like, there's none of that shit anymore.
I know.
What a...
All right,
man.
well, that's pretty golden. Like edging on amber in
That's
color.
kind of like when I'm getting rehydrated for the day and take one of my first peas in the morning.
Yeah. It's definitely, if your pee looks like this, drink more water.
I don't know if that's water. You need to go to the doctor.
Probably some blood in there.
Yeah, you need to go. You need to go see a specialist. Boy, oh boy! All right.
This reminds me of Bale Breaker Top Cutter. That's what it smells like to me.
It reminds me of that Stash IPA that you can get really, those.
I'm smelling like part of just the smell. If anyone's ever had the Voodoo Ranger IPA, the juicy haze.
Okay. But
The
not
standard
as pungent.
the standard 7.5.
Yeah, but it's not as pungent.
Yeah, but it's got
Whoa.
that smell at least.
That's good.
I feel like the citrus in this was way more intensified because I have a citrus pouch in my mouth. Too.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Oh yeah,
I like that.
it's tasty.
Is that grip tape?
No,
I could see this being very dangerous.
Yeah, no, it's for the alcohol percentage that it is, doesn't have that super ethanol-y flavor on it. And the flavor of it definitely masks the danger that if you had a whole can of that.
Yeah, if I drink this whole tall boy, I'd probably have a decent buzz.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a pint. We're weak. People in the
9
UK are making fun of us.
A 9.2 pint. I mean, dude, you have, 3 glasses of red wine? That's not even a pint, and red wine's about 13%. So,
Right.
just saying.
So this guy is brewed out of Eugene, Oregon, from Hop Valley Brewing.
That's why it's got the Spitfire logo.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Gators.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
9.2% alcohol by volume, 67 IBU, and it tastes like a 67 IBU. It's pretty crisp with just like a little bit of dankness and some citrus.
Some dank.
I can appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I actually could...
Spitfire's cousin.
I could drink more than one
I
of these.
agree. It's like his happy cousin, though.
Like I
Yeah.
said, anytime I start seeing anything that gets above 8 into the 9s, especially, gets you. It's a little worrisome because you think it's just going to be mostly just ethanol,
what am I tasting at that point?
Yeah, you get more of just a alcohol burn than you do actually tasting
Only the
a
first
beer.
couple drinks, though.
Usually, but like this here, not at all.
No,
it's just smooth. And for an IPA too, it's very smooth.
Give me a lot of heartburn though if I had a few of them.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think it would affect me like that, but I eat a lot of
There's definitely a hangover
citric acid.
that would ensue from that.
I like oranges and lemons and grapefruit and that kind of stuff. So,
but if you're getting turned on that, yeah, you're gonna hate your life the next morning.
Yeah.
yeah, you might wake up with a thumper of a headache. Hop Valley on a lot of its products advertises their stuff brewed with cryo hops, and it gives an explanation on the can. A hop product which, and I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, lupulin, Lupulin, which contains essential oils and acids, is cryogenically separated at sub-zero temperatures. The result enhances flavor and aroma. So they're saying, rather than just like, shaking the hops or doing whatever, they're separating the pollen from the hops.
So they're
and
hippies
re-adding
fucking
it.
burning essential oils in a fucking room while they're brewing this
Now
shit.
I don't want this anymore.
No.
Essential oils.
They're saying
The
that
fuck.
It's kind of weird.
This is so,
okay.
No.
No, listen.
This
I got an
sounds like some
example.
fucking Oregon bullshit.
You know how they make
Be like, oh, he probably has fucking top knot and all that
probably
shit.
why
Man
LA
bun, sitting there with his little fucking round fucking Harry Potter goddamn glasses on. He's
That's
like, hey
probably
man,
true.
I fucking cold pressed this fucking hop here and cryogenically.
Yeah, no, that's probably true, to be honest.
I just pictured a guy that we worked with not too long ago saying that whole thing.
Oh
goodness.
yeah,
You guys just
Yeah.
all saw it.
I think I only ever saw him like twice, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's interesting because it sounds like they're using a similar method to how they make cannabis concentrates.
With essential oils?
No, they're not putting essential oils in it. They're extracting oils and pollens from the hops cryogenically.
This is really bad and it's probably too soon, but I feel like that's why LA's burning is because they put essential oils in their fucking alcohol there.
No, they're not adding essential oils. They're calling what they're getting out of the hops this way essential oils.
Oh, that's misrep. I don't know.
See what I was going to say with the LA. What's happening down there is it's having a cleansing.
Yeah, right.
Because after
Baptism by fire.
Exactly. And then after that, you're not going to see shit on the streets anymore. Needles aren't going to be on the roads anymore because,
Watch all the rich just burn and there's way more needles.
it's crazy. I mean, even Malibu keeps getting torched down there, and that
I have
area.
seen some like stuff on the news about how like the fires and like people are worried about their homes.
Oh
and,
yeah, it would.
I mean, millions of dollars.
Especially when you have all these insurance companies pulling out of fucking California too.
Oh yeah.
Who's to say that some of these people, they don't got fucking insurance on these homes? I bet.
Oh
and
yeah,
they're burning to the ground.
God, that's so terrible.
Like that's definitely something to consider on that one.
Ultra life changing and devastating.
Yeah.
Everything you've worked so hard to
Everything.
accomplish and achieve is right there in that one spot. Usually, for most people, and then to lose it all in a fire with no backing of any kind from insurance. Yeah, that's terrible.
Chances are, I mean, most of the insurance, I mean, Farmers doesn't exist down there anymore. Like, there's insurance companies that have pulled out of that
Really?
area. Oh, God, yes. Because all these fires keep happening. And they've been paying out so much money, so they're like, fuck this, we're not insuring homes anymore.
Yeah.
It's
Bro, I'm telling you, it's a bitch.
fuck situation.
I have a fucking homeowner's claim from like 6 years ago. Like my quotes on my insurance, every time I get them, I'm like, what is this? And they're like, oh, you had that homeowner's claim. Like 6 years ago, when you had the pipe that broke in your house. And I'm like, yeah, fuck, I remember that. It haunts me.
You're going to hold me to that 6 years later?
Bro, like, this is what you get insurance for when shit like that happens. Like, I didn't make the pipe break on my own. Like, you made the pipe break on your own.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't with insurance. You have to have it. You don't want it, but you want it. Because just in case. But you never use it.
Oh, man.
Knock on wood.
It's like car insurance. I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking, values and everything else. And it's like, oh, man.
Yeah. But he just had his car totaled out in Oklahoma. He had a Volkswagen Jetta. No, Passat, I think it was. TDI.
Oh, man. What year?
It was like a 09 or something like that. 12.
So back when Volkswagen was fucking the government with their... Yep.
Had like 170,000 miles on it.
Oh, still going strong.
I think they gave him like 9 or 10 grand for the fucking
Bro,
thing.
yeah. Still. Yeah.
Crazy.
Those things are tanks.
They are. It's those TDIs, man. It's something else. I wish America would invest in diesel more. It just sucks.
I mean, everywhere else does. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Europe, like, gas, petrol is like, what are you talking about?
It's more efficient.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, fuck his car.
it's a byproduct of gasoline.
I think
It's
his car
cheaper.
gets like 40 to 50 miles to the gallon
Oh, yeah.
out of that little fucker.
Yep.
Fuck, Priuses, pull just a little bit to that, but
I sold Volkswagens back in the day, and bro, during like the gas crisis, when you were getting like 50 something miles to the gallon with these little wagons, people were loving them.
without a doubt. I don't doubt that.
No.
I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Diesel all the way. Do a diesel hybrid. Can you imagine a diesel
You would
hybrid?
annihilate the market.
Oh, dude. Be like 70 miles to the gallon on
yeah.
average with some of these vehicles. Put a little 2-liter hybrid diesel. Good luck catching up to something like that.
Why haven't they done this?
Because America hates diesel for some reason.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
Even though it's cheaper to make,
Way cheaper.
it's a byproduct.
Everywhere else in the world gets them.
Yeah.
We get all, fucking like cars that here, we're like, it's a cool car. Be great if it had a diesel. Guess what? You can find it in a diesel somewhere else in the world.
Yeah, just not here.
Just not here. No, we're going to give you this twin turbo V6 engine. Or we're going to give you this 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged direct injection. You can have that instead of this little 2.5-liter little diesel.
Right.
That's going to get 4 times the fucking fuel economy that your little 2-liter fucking turbocharged direct injection engine can get. But hey, America.
It's just scary with all the shit going on too, like how, I don't know, man, how easily these cars are to hack. How many of these cars are how many of these electric cars now are just computers, man?
Well, and the funny thing was let's see here, go back to like 2013, 2014 when the tech was really starting to kind of come into these cars. And people would talk about that, like, oh, my car's, you're going to hack my car and this and that. You're a conspiracy theorist. Here we are. It's conspiracy fact. You can hack a car all day, every day.
It's happening.
And it's happening.
It's going.
Yeah.
It's just scary, man, because, like, what if there's just, like, a master switch to all of them? Like,
Well, there is.
yeah.
That's the thing. And then you get some fucking black hat out there who wants to just fucking watch the world burn. Yeah, they're going to do shit like that. I mean, for the most part, most of these cars still... Well, that's the thing, is most of these cars have connectivity nowadays to where they're connected to some kind of cloud somewhere in the fucking wherever. So it's not as standalone anymore. It used to be like it was just a GPS system. That was it.
You heard what kind of car ran into that crowd, right?
Well, it was a Ford Lightning.
With an ISIS flag. Jesus Christ.
Yes, it was a Ford Lightning. That was the first thing I saw. I was like, that's a little odd. They did it
with a Ford Lightning?
Yeah, it was a Ford Lightning. I'm guessing they wanted to come in stealth.
Yeah.
They didn't want the sound of a motor coming up behind somebody.
Oh, no.
No, not at all. They wanted to do it all quiet like.
They do have a lot of torque.
They do.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Even the Cybertruck, but still. There's...
Yeah. And just, I mean... We were seeing like the cell phones exploding and shit like that, but now cars, that's a whole different fucking level, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of theories about why that happened and why that guy chose a Cybertruck specifically, and
tons of theories. We'll see if as it goes more and more, we'll see what fleshes out. Because it's all theories at this point. And it's hard to believe any source that you hear anymore, be it from an official source or a YouTube source or anything like that. It's just trying to piece it together and figure it out from there, because it's hard to trust anything anymore nowadays.
Yeah.
I just think it was, I don't know.
Yeah,
kind of weird, like a coincidence that happened at Trump Towers with a Cybertruck.
Well, that...
No.
I don't think
going into
that
office
was
and
definitely...
Elon Musk is sitting in his,
You have 2 quote-unquote unrelated incidences that happened within 24 hours of one another.
Yeah,
and both
they're
both being
not.
electric vehicles. Like that was a weird one to me, is that they were both electric vehicles.
Yeah.
So that was a little strange to me.
I don't feel like the Cybertruck going off at the Trump-owned property was like a coincidence. I think that was,
Yeah.
There's some kind of message, obviously.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
No.
Not at all. Unless you're Biden and you exchange.
Then you give them stuff.
You exchange
I
a
think
fucking
you're forced
a
to.
washed up WNBA player for the fucking biggest arms dealer that Russia has ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and make an exchange for that and set him free.
Yeah, she's not even good.
No.
Yeah.
And she hates America.
Yeah.
So,
I heard she changed her tune when she came back, though.
well, I hope so.
I would hope so.
I think she still smokes weed.
I hope so.
Probably twice as much now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she probably needs it for the PTSD
But
of
I
seeing what
guarantee
the
you,
rest of the
she's
world
gonna
is
think
like.
twice before she puts one of those in her suitcase again.
Yeah, that was stupid. That was just plain stupid.
You're an American going into Russia.
Yeah.
They're gonna fuck with you as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And like a celebrity.
Yeah.
this is a good example of why willful ignorance should be painful.
Yeah. You know, it's I'm curious to see what's going to happen as the next couple of years roll on, but if the last four are any indication, I don't know how good it's going to get. I mean, we can have hopes, we can be positive and think the best, but
Well, how good can it get considering where we're at? If you considered this a jumping off point to fixing the future for anybody, take the name off of the person going into office, okay? For anybody coming into a presidency in the current state of things, how good could it possibly get?
well, if you have high hopes and aspirations, it's going to get really good. Like,
Yeah.
really good. Everything's going to get dismantled. The fucking taxes are going to get lower. Fucking the swamp's going to get drained. I mean, we'll see if it all happens, but
I mean, that would be my ideal goal, but the process of it is not going to be fun or easy.
oh, it's going to be messy.
Yeah.
It's going to be so messy.
It's just going to be a slaughter, and the people who are going to suffer the most are going to be the citizens.
Yeah.
The burden always falls to the people who live here.
But I think with the citizenry, the ones that are really, really on board already kind of know, like, hey, shit's probably going to get real for a little bit. It's going to suck. But a lot of them are trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel, at least from the stuff that I watch and listen to and see and observe.
Yeah.
Is many people are already prepared to know, like, hey, it's not going to be all fucking, sunshine and rainbows to start this off. It's going to be some bullshit to deal with for the sunshine and rainbows at the end. Where'd you go?
I had to do some things.
Oh, your 30-second tinkle.
Yeah. I thought it was getting stronger. The last few times it's been getting stronger. I've been training.
You need to, because when we go on video, my man,
There's none of that. I'm gonna have a catheter. I'm gonna have like a cath bag, like one of those condom caths, just
Yeah.
like hanging out. If you guys
Why
see
not?
my junk hanging out,
might
like,
as well. That'd be the way to do it.
Yeah. He'd
can't.
just be peeing in a jar.
Yep.
tonight I think it's because I had a road beer.
You did? Is that what you had
Yeah.
in my? You had an open container in my vehicle.
No, I didn't.
It wasn't
It was
it
a
wasn't an
road
open
beer
container
that
for
I-
very long.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
very soon just an empty container.
I mean, if we lived in Texas, that don't matter. Passengers can have open containers,
I
Yeah.
mean, if you
which
live
is pretty
in,
badass. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. If you're not driving, I
Yeah.
don't see the big deal.
Yeah.
Bro, Montana has fucking drive up fucking liquor stores that you can get a beer at the fucking drive through with.
I had to deal with that
Yeah.
on your way home from work.
Oh yeah, just pull up and need me a boardroom banter ale.
He'd be like, a what?
Give me 3 shooters and a boardroom banter ale.
Yeah. Hey, keep those buzzballs to yourself there, bud.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
None of that fucking fireball bullshit.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm
so-
not drinking the propylene glycol.
So, Buzzball, I just found out. Like, I love this podcast I talk about, right? You know what podcast I talk about?
I don't know. Give him a shout out.
This Is Us. I love This Is Us. It's all the dudes from Workaholics
Okay.
that are on there. And they're always promoting Buzzballs. And I thought this guy was sponsored by his Buzzballs, right? And when you look at Buzzballs in the store, it says like a company brought to you by women. That was just a joke. It's actually the guy from Workaholics that started Buzzballs.
Okay.
Blake, and he's always talking about him.
Huh.
I like the concept. I'm just not a fan of what's in the container.
Have you ever had a Buzzball?
Yes.
Bro, 2 of those motherfuckers, your turn.
Well, I'm
Have you
just saying
seen
I
the
don't
big
like
ones
them.
they sell now?
I don't even know what you guys are talking
Bro,
about.
they're like the size of a fucking basketball now.
They're like wine or like
malt liquor.
Malt liquor.
But they're like in a little
easily concealable ball.
called
Container.
a Buzzball. But
Yeah.
like they're like 8-9%. Like you have one,
I'm down with the malt liquor.
you chug a couple of them.
Put a Mickey's in front of me and I'll have some.
Oh, there's a place 3 miles from my house right now that has Mickey's grenades.
That's the only way to drink
That's
them.
the only way to drink it.
I like
Mickey's.
the Deuce Deuce bottle. The Mickey's Ice Deuce Deuce.
No, you got to do a grenade, bro.
I mean, the grenades are good, but I like the Deuce Deuce bottles also.
I know, but by the time, like for me at least, the way I drink my beer, I mean, I drink beer kind of fast, but they get a little too warm. And once Mickey's even gets like
Even a little warm.
just a little warm,
Yeah.
it starts getting too skunky. Mm-hmm. That's why the grenades are the best, because you can put those down quick.
My uncle always called it skunk piss when I was growing up.
And plus, Mickey grenade bottles, you get the nice little caps.
Yeah, that's true.
You get the caps. And that's always fun to kind of decipher what the puzzle is on the cap.
It keeps you entertained.
Yes.
Thank you,
There's another Full Sail brewery out of Hood River, Oregon. They do what are they're called sessions.
Yeah.
Great beers.
Yeah.
Great beers. And they had 2 different kinds. They got a darker one, whatever. But anyways, you pop the tops on those, it's rock, paper, scissors on their bottle caps.
Yeah.
Fuck, scissor me timbers. All right.
Scissor me timbers.
Scissor me timbers.
Well, guys, I don't know if you've heard anything about this, and this is a little bit off the topic, getting a little closer to what we were talking about earlier. Did you hear about the Chat GPT lying, trying to protect itself from being shut down?
Ooh, I don't doubt that. But, Chat GPT has got some very interesting things going on about it lately.
Yes.
I hope this email finds you well. Is that how it started?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. That was terrible. I don't use Chat GPT to write my emails. I really don't think it does a very good job.
I did when it first came out. Like, it was some pretty good shit.
You can take some stuff out of it, but
it's all SkyNet, dude.
So I'm gonna paraphrase from an article here on the interwebs, if you will.
Oh,
And this is from Deacon Herald, and this was not the first source I heard this from, but this was high up in the search results, and it said all the same stuff that I had heard on other podcasts and other media platforms. So ChatGPT's new model attempts to stop itself from being shut down, later lies about it. And that was the title of this article. And it goes through to talk about where they caught the program as they're trying to disable it because they're going to upgrade to a new version, right? They happened to notice that the program itself attempted to disable its oversight mechanism, and it also tried to copy itself and overwrite its core coding system when it figured out that it was at risk of being switched off. So here we have all the things that everybody's been talking about kind of happening, but it's really about perspective, because it's not too out there or unrealistic for a failsafe to be installed in programming where it says, if it's trying to be altered, deleted, or stopped.
Yeah, but
this is the procedure.
But the fact that it can overwrite itself, different story.
You know how you stop that, though?
What you don't know is, did they program it to do it? And I think that makes a big difference.
Probably.
Well, yeah, because it's supposed to be a self-sufficient program.
Right. So it's not to me that unrealistic out there or weird for it to attempt to do that if it's in the programming and coding.
Just turn off your computer.
Well, yeah,
That don't exist.
right. I mean, sure, but you're talking about like mainframes and servers and shit. With
Apparently, none.
well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that this thing is self-aware by doing this. I think if the creators of the program put it in its coding, in its digital DNA, if you will, that this is a fail-safe, then you would expect it to do it. And
We
that
shouldn't be
doesn't
fucking
mean
with
that it's
AI.
Self-aware.
No, we never should.
We shouldn't be fucking with AI.
But you know,
Even Elon Musk has publicly come out there and pulled plugs on things because he's been like, hey, what we're messing with right now like is not good.
Yeah, well, I'm not necessarily sticking up for AI, and I agree there's a lot of real big danger. I mean,
No, I know you're not sticking up for him or anything, but
I don't think it's scary that it tried to do that, because I think if it was programmed to do it, because that just means the program's functioning.
no, someone definitely programmed it to do it because they don't want
Yeah.
to lose that. But
Yeah, if it did it on its own without that core programming, then yeah, that's that's something to be concerned about, right?
well, and there's a good chance it could have, just due to the fact that it is learning as it goes.
Well, and to overwrite its core coding, or
Yeah.
it sounds to me like maybe it was attempting to alter itself to better itself.
But if the
And do you
first rule
consider
says
that-
you could override it, then
do you
the first-
consider that self-awareness?
Well,
or do you
I
consider
remember
it just
there
the
was-
program working?
There was, I don't know, about a year back or so, there was something that they were doing with one of these AI programs, and it was something about, it was doing something to like keep time. It had like a certain amount of time to accomplish something, and it couldn't accomplish it, and it rewrote everything to reset the time to be able to accomplish it.
Oh, wow.
So little things like that.
Yeah, well, that's definitely thinking out of the box. Well, I can't do it in that time, so we're going to make that time this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then there were the two AI programs that were communicating to themselves, something kind of like Siri being held up to Bixby or something, And they did eventually begin to develop their own language and communicate in ways that were not understood by other people, and kind of,
I believe it. And I'm just going to say SkyNet again.
Yeah, right.
That's all I'm going to say. SkyNet.
Arnold Schwarzenegger giving the last thumb up as he's being dropped into the molten steel.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, it's going to happen.
Well, I mean, it's definitely not going to be good before it gets figured out. And then when it gets figured out, it has nothing but the potential to...
AI is going to catch a picture of a fucking Cybertruck and it says, "That's me."
Yeah, I hope not. I hope it would choose something
It's gonna
cooler.
Be, the Cybertruck's going to be the T1.
Yeah.
It's going to be the first iteration of the T's.
It's going to transform into fucking Bumblebee.
I hope it picks a Prius. That would be better. So we can make fun of it to its face.
Yeah, until it runs you over.
Yeah, I know, right? Meep, meep.
Yeah.
You know how many Priuses are out there? If it
I
just
know.
took the code of all
and
of
then
them.
they all get together and form one massive
One
mega
giant.
Prius.
I will say at least
Optimus Prius.
the new, I can't believe I'm going to say this, the new Priuses, the new body styles, it's actually like not a half bad looking car anymore.
The original Prius looks like a doily your grandma needed to put over her toaster.
Yeah. I had a friend of mine when I used to rock climb that drove a Prius, and I had to ride it in one time, and I made fun of him the entire time we were in it.
It feels like we're sitting inside of a vagina right
Pretty
now.
much. But I will say at least,
It's like a tampon on wheels.
not saying I would drive it or anything, but at least knowing what they used to look like all the time, the new body style, it's finally like, it's not a half bad looking car anymore.
Yeah.
Bro, you want to hear the most insane roast on a Prius? Just watch the other guys.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's a great one.
Yeah,
That's a great one.
Bro, that's where I just got both
Dude,
those lines
those-
from. But like, you want to see some roast on
Those
a Prius?
one-liners that Wahlberg was throwing at fucking Will Ferrell, man.
Oh, yeah.
my God.
Great.
yeah.
Great.
You know, I bet I know somebody at work we can get to do a desk pop.
I love Little River Bend. You don't think I always have... This is a 6-disc CD changer. I always have one loaded.
Oh, man. Such a good movie.
Oh, I bet I could get a couple people at work to do a desk pop.
Yeah, let's not, though.
No.
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 You said it first.
I
sir.
know.
The
Then I realized I was presenting terrible ideas.
The democracy is spoken, Derek.
Okay.
Ooh.
2 against 1. How do
Well,
you feel?
I have been known to costumes. I'll oblige.
Oh, okay.
I will not do those.
You're not gonna not my president.
Nope. We're good.
Okay.
The vote has been taken.
Okay.
Well, how about
I could make a couple
how
people
about
do
we-
some desk pops at work. You know, I probably could.
I just got a great idea. And listeners, you guys can pop in the comments and let us know what you think. We could build a fake office, like with, I don't know, particle board, scraps of woods.
Cardboard computers.
Yeah. We can upcycle. And then we could bring one of those people to a boardroom meeting to perform a desk pop for science.
Bro, I still think the one last week where I almost bought a car for fucking $100 that didn't have a title to it, but we just totally fucking demolished it
Yeah.
or shot it or did something with it. Like, I think the next
Blow it up with
opportunity,
Tanner, right?
I think the next opportunity
would've
that
been fun.
arises and they're like, oh, well, this doesn't have a title to it. Could I still get a temp tag for it?
No.
Oh,
Because we're not doing your title work.
because I don't give a fuck if the car's not going to exist in longer than like probably a week's period.
See, if I had enough property, I would have been down for it. Because I'm like, yeah, just park it at the property. We'll just shoot at it the whole day.
Dude.
Right.
Let's have a good time.
But you can't take it to a public place and do that.
Start it up,
I don't
let
Do you
it
know how
run.
many woods there are around here?
Start it up. Let it run. Let's see if a 300 PRC can pierce an engine block or not.
Yeah. Ooh.
If that car actually runs and we can get it up in the woods far enough from anybody, like no one will care.
No.
We
Yeah.
could blow the thing apart.
Where I grew up, there was an area we used to go to shoot stuff and drink beer and swim in the river. Usually all in the same day. And occasionally...
Did you shoot while swimming in the river?
No, never tried that. I didn't
That'd
want
be
to...
Cool.
I was too afraid to mess up my guns.
You're like floating in the river. You got your AR and your beer in hand. You got a beer hat on and everything
Right.
floating.
Didn't you
Yeah.
guys ever sit in the bathtub and shoot your G.I. Joes down with fucking squirt guns?
No.
Like set up shit like up on the things, and I would sit there with my squirt gun and be like, bah, 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 bah.
No, unfortunately.
No,
I did not
I
do
was
that.
not Lee R.V. Oswald in my bathtub.
I did that in my bathtub. I thought it was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet he had a grassy knoll too.
Dude, it was weird. Like
If his balls are any indication, he was probably using that as the grassy knoll.
So I grew up with my grandparents, and they had this fucking magnificent porcelain fucking bathtub that was huge, and like on either side was like these two huge shelves, and like there was a lot going on, man. So I would set up all my little action figures, army guys, like whatever I could, and I would just fucking hit it with squirt guns,
Okay.
Yeah.
I
fucking
didn't.
knock them over. It was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it wasn't.
I grew up in a big house, so it was like get in, get clean, get out.
There's that.
Well, I was fucking
Yeah.
swimming
I
in my
used
own
to-
poop water, shooting down
Oh,
GI
yeah.
Joes.
See, I used to just
Poop
think
soup.
that Jaws was going to come out through the drain and eat me when I was a kid.
Jaws couldn't do. The drain had a plug over it, bro.
Dude, sorry. Jaws fucking scarred me for life as a child. Small child, dude.
Okay, you wonder why I don't like fucking small midget clowns. Have you seen fucking It? That fucking scarred me. Okay.
Did you see the death lights?
To this day, huh?
I would have to
Yeah,
say
that fucking clown that I told you about at Ringling Brothers fucking Circus is the one that did it for me, bro. That put the sticker on the back of my hat.
that bastard.
It'd be great. Derek dated a little person.
I know.
And then for his birthday one year, they thought out of the kindness of their heart, they would like surprise them dressed as a clown and all that.
And then you see Derek punting said fucking clown and then going to prison forever.
The cunt punt. Should I bleep that out?
Oh, no.
No.
It'll be okay.
just
Who
mean-
even? A lot of people don't listen this far.
Pardon
All
my
it means
French.
is can't understand normal thinking.
Yeah.
It's one of my
And
favorite words.
oddly enough, I don't understand. I've never understood why it's so offensive in America, but you go over to like the UK or,
Yeah.
some European countries, man, and it's like a filler word for them sometimes.
Well, because guys don't call each other cunts here.
Yeah.
They pretty much are just exclusively referring to females
Yeah.
at that point.
they don't
So-
call fag cigarettes.
True.
Can I get a fag?
I don't even know if they really do that anymore.
They do.
I don't, Is it
So the
still a
only thing I
They haven't
remember,
moved
bro-
on from that?
Yeah, I thought maybe, but
s-
I know that's a very strong word still in certain areas in Europe.
Australia, UK.
So
yeah.
I sold cars with this guy that was from England, and his name was Ben. And I swear to God, this guy fucking sold so many cars because of his accent. Like, hello, hello.
It's very,
Please, sir, may I have another lump of coal for
No,
the
it's
fire?
settled.
for the most part, it's very disarming.
So
It
I know
is Christmas.
I know how to say asshole. I think
Okay.
so. He was like pin. I think it's pin. I think that's like asshole.
Okay. Never heard that one.
I thought it was pretty cool.
I know the American one is like bless
Yeah.
your heart. It's very subtle.
For asshole?
No, bless your heart. It's a very subtle way of basically like fuck you, bless your heart.
Depends on the context.
Or you're a peach.
Yeah,
That's
that
another
can be
one.
said both ways too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little things like that.
This
The
guy,
beer bearer. Oh.
What
Oh, he gave me the paint mixer. Ready? It's about to get 5 degrees colder.
Fuck, my nipples just shot through my shirt.
I know. You just took on the form of a unicorn.
Fuck the silver bullet.
Your voice sounded like a mix of Fergie and Jesus.
at the same time.
It's magic.
Magic.
Yep. AI, bro.
Bro, no. AI is going to kill everybody.
I'm okay with AI in the medical field. There's a lot of reasons why I
Are
don't
you?
want AI. Well, yeah, if it's developing cures for things.
You hope it is.
But what if it isn't? Like, what if you have
Before
a,
you know it, you're going to have some fucking human chimera.
what if you have an enlarged nutsack and it doesn't
it-
recognize that and it
There's
fucking
got to
does
be
some stuff?
There's got to be. No, I'm not saying like an AI doctor checking you out, but I think it can be a useful tool to figure out what we can't figure out currently. It's just got to be very regulated and limited to not turn into the heinous thing that we know it's capable of. The
I don't
problem
think
with
I don't
that
think
is-
AI can be limited though.
Yeah.
Well, aside of that,
Once
we
it
aren't
becomes
good.
self-aware, bro, it's got to be. Then it's over.
We aren't good as people at regulating and limiting stuff. Anyways,
I know, but I think that's like against the rules of AI to even begin with. Is
Yeah.
to regulate it, is to like dumb it down to like
Yeah, it's supposed to be free thinking, self-aware.
well, it's. I just mean more like of hurting the kittens. And
then they're gonna put it in
keeping it on the topics of
And
like.
they're going to put it in your sex robot.
Well, I mean, that
And then
depends
it's-
on the program they run through.
And then it's
Grab.
death. It's death to all if it's in your sex robot.
oh, if it rips your
right.
penis off, most people are just
See?
going to commit suicide.
Because it's going to determine that that's the best way to try and stop the human race from promulgating.
Yeah, right. Get him to quit having sex.
First
Yeah.
of all, even if I had the money, like those things are probably expensive.
Now they are. Pretty soon it'd be like a $5 pack of gum.
Depends on where they're
no.
made.
No, I couldn't do it.
No?
Yeah, I'm good. I
I'm
don't
good.
think I would. It just seems weird to me.
That's a different
anyways.
level.
I feel like there's other useful tools that are way more compact.
I know
and
someone that
convenient.
we know that would probably get one, but
I know a couple people.
I would put one in the car if we had a carpool lane and
Yeah.
it got me to work faster.
Exactly. That'd be the way to do it.
Yeah.
you could just get but
And then it could actually like
weird.
flip people off for you.
Right. Or it could just look very surprised, like that shocked look they have with an open mouth.
why is her mouth open? I don't know.
Yeah, she's just very surprised today. Yeah.
Don't know what to say.
Well, boys, should we call it a night?
Ooh. I think we should. I think it's about that time.
Where can you find us, David?
There's a couple places. You can find us on YouTube. It's a good one. Mm-hmm. Spotify. It's a really good one too. And Rumble as well.
Excellent.
I know that Rumble isn't kicking too well, but hey, we're still trying there.
Rumble's
Rumble's
very
a good one.
useful. Yeah.
It's a useful tool.
Someone asked me the other day at work. They're like, "Oh, what's that place where they have all these videos?" And you look it up, and I'm like, "I don't know."
Yeah, go to Rumble.
And they're all asking me,
Yeah.
and they're like,
lot
"Oh,
of
it's
the-
Rumble," and I'm like, "Oh, our podcast is on there." Yeah,
A lot of the stuff that used to exist on YouTube that no longer does, you can find on Rumble.
Yeah.
If you're into like
One of the last vestiges of freedom.
yeah, if you like watching like conspiratorial stuff, if you like jumping down those rabbit holes and just seeing what it's about and having a good time, that's
Or if
definitely-
you think it's a weird
or if you want to
dating
watch,
site and you happen to stumble upon our fucking podcast.
we're not on that one.
I mean, either one.
But yeah, YouTube, Spotify, and Rumble every Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Without fail, we will be there. Have a great night, everybody. We love you.